Hey, welcome, punks, to the Punkery Show, live from the worst city in the world. My name is Rashad, and Cash is also here, your hosts. Shout out to Mediterranean, who is Batman. He just got his ass banned right now. Batman, he's been up to no good lately. He's been health locking, been cheating. It's when you see that, and the more you see that, you just wonder, why in the hell isn't there permanent bans? It really does make you wonder. A guy like Batman, who literally sounds like a hyena, is allowed to play on this server. Obviously, I haven't heard Typhoon's voice in about 6 years, but, there's something about them English players, and Typhoon's one of them. And he just comes out here, he cheats. People think he's legit because he has so much money, which is all legitimate. And he comes out and he still cheats. So, good thing is that whenever Batman's on the server, he will be permanently zeroed for no reason. It's not really no reason, but GG. So Batman will no longer be able to get any cash, at least as long as I join the server, which is not very often. So Cash, lately, I don't know if you've noticed, not right now obviously, but there's seen our news about it last week, where Server 2 San Fierro was destroying Server 1 Las Venturas. You notice that? Did you notice that?
No, I just noticed yesterday night there were 9 players on one city and 10 players on other. I joined, I saw Bull and Sweet, I told him to get the fucking life and go
Well, that's one issue with the server. But, I kind of wondered, what is the reason that San Fierro could at that time consistently have more players than Las Venturas? And it really did make me wonder, because a few years ago San Fierro was the least played city on the server, and obviously a lot of people would say the PH and Endo cafes contribute to San Fierro's player base, which is correct. But what about the hardcore Las Venturas player base? And then I kind of wondered, the reason why San Fierro was fucked 3-4 years ago was because their market was permanently fucked. Alright? Everything was expensive. Life insurances for 100k. Everything, crowbars for 50k or 60 or whatever. It was very tough to make cash in San Fierro. But, it's a bit of a tangent. Because, you think about people. Yes, fuck you, I say. You may have fucked it. But, you think about people. And people would rather take the easiest way to do something. Or, people only play games that they are good at. They do not enjoy themselves playing games that they are not good at. Like, for example, the random times where Cash would get into a fight with Gweens about Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And Gweens obviously does not like the game because most likely he is not good at it. And he experiences reasons why CS Joke sucks. But if he was good at the game, or if he found it easy, he wouldn't say any of these things except that, obviously, universally, CS Joke is very toxic. And when we look at Kesh, obviously, she thwarts what Queen says because she is very adept at Counter-Strike Joke Offensive. And whenever she watches pros play and pros do stupid snit, she can be there and say, I wouldn't have done that. And that's correct, because maybe in that situation, Cash would be good enough to not make the dumb play that I see as Joke Pro would do. So obviously, you like things that you're good at, and that are easier to do, and dislike things that, you ain't good at. Just like if I play CNR and I, play Hitman, if I get my ass kicked all the time, I'll say, ugh, I'm not good at Hitman. I don't want to play Hitman. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, you could be good at the game. Already boosted up from Silver 1 to Silver 4. I think you have potential.
Well, the thing about it is that, we'll get to Halloween in a bit, Mr. Mad, but the thing about Counter-Strike Joke Offensive in any game that you want to be good at is that it takes time and consistency to get yourself better. And when you talk about CNR, if the market is terrible, so to speak, if the goods and services is at 140%, it takes a longer time to make money. And that is the problem Los Santos has right now, because their market...
The easiest shit in the world is to make money on San Andreas. If you don't have 20 millions, like 1 month in, no, like 2, 3 maybe months into playing the game, then you need your brain examined, because you're obviously fucking pathetic and you don't know how to make money.
Exactly. See, there are people that have been bitching for a year about Los Santos, how life insurance is 100K, and they don't play the city because of it, which is complete and utter stupidity. Alright? And people say, oh, they're cheaters. Obviously, cheaters have something to do with it. And, all this other crap. But, people not liking the status of the expensive market in Los Santos is the same reason why San Fierro was dead a few years ago. People are too much of bitches to spend the extra time to make some more cash to do the same shit. And obviously for people with those tens of millions of dollars, well, guess what? It doesn't really mean that much a difference. But if you're in 2019, you've played this game for quite a while, for quite a while, and you still don't have cash, you still don't know how to make cash, and you still complain about 100K life insurances, well, listen, I've got one word to say to you. Or 2 words to say to you. 3.
Get good.
Get good is 2 words, but 3 words is you're a bitch. Alright? If life insurance is so expensive, guess what? Don't die. Don't have a playstyle which will cause you to die. Okay, now I understand that, in 2019 it's a bit odd because there are a lot of cocksuckers out there, flying cheaters and all that, but during the times that there aren't, do not die. Just don't die. Very simple. Very simple. Don't fucking die. And if you don't die, then you can actually build up somebody, fish. Do some fucking missions. Do something. You'll build up cash, and whatever the market is, it won't matter. It won't fucking matter.
That are complaining about not having money on CNR, and the bitches that are DMing all the time. You have a dude who has 100K in his account, not even 100K. Okay, he has 30K on him, and he's asking me, "Oh, cash! You can't give me 50K so I can buy Stone off." Bro, you have no money. You shouldn't be fighting in the first place. Go fucking fish, make your own fucking money, and then you fight. Like, who am I to support your fucking DMing habits, you piece of shit? Get out of my face.
Exactly. It's mostly the DMer dudes who basically, whenever they hit 300K, when they scrape up 300K, they blow it all on weapons, which they'll probably lose in 5 minutes anyway. But, it does make me wonder, because I don't remember the time, because I don't know if you remember, there was a time where sawn-offs costed a grand total of 5K, or 10K, or something like that. There was no variance in the marketplace. All the guns, I believe, costed pretty much the same. And, I'm not sure when that changed. Oh, hold up! Hold up, we got something here. I'm using the wrong keyboard. we got something here. Before we get back to the topic here, we got a cocksucker who is doing some very bad things. Get that ass banned. Get that ass banned. We ain't being patient now. Chase the cock. You do one thing wrong, get that ass banned. I'll tell you, man. He was ruining the Las Venturas Chase Showcase the other week. Get that ass banned. Anyway, what were you talking about? Oh yeah, the economy, right? Yeah, back in the day, sawn-offs costed like 10K, and 300K bought you a lot. Obviously, there was an ammo bug back then, but still. Guns were very, very cheap, and people say lagged shot is part of the reason why, or lagged shot going is part of the reason why the server dwindled, and yes, that's correct. But things getting more expensive, which make people who are shitty at making money, and they haven't been able to adjust as well. It's also the reason why people have, bitched out. And, that's really how it be. That's how it be. And, I was going to say that Las Venturas was suffering from this a week ago because the goods and services in LB was up to 133% last week, which I thought was the reason why San Fierro was owning, because San Fierro right now has the best market, or the cheapest market in the server right now, but it's down to 108 for LB. So for Los Santos, unfortunately, I don't know how the market really works, but as far as I know, logically, if nobody plays Los Santos and people bitch out on Los Santos, the market's going to stay bad. I don't know if that's true, but that makes a lot of sense. As Lofi says, I should get that ass banned if I don't shut him out. Yeah, that's the thing. Because when this dude on the forum said, "Why is Los Santos dead?" I was like, it's gotta be the market. Or somebody else said it's the fucking market. But I guess this is good for Los Santos players. It depends on your viewpoint, A lot of people, we have an all-time high in 2019 where people play the game to see craziness, as opposed to be peaceful and tranquil. And if there's no action, ain't nobody gonna play. There are less people out there that, embrace the tranquility.
I mean, there's even no one to rape. Like, what's there to do, man?
Yeah, I don't know. But the solution, I think, is we need a life reset. We need a life reset. We need the entire server. Because this is the longest time in Siena history that we haven't had a life reset. I don't think we've had one since, 2012? I don't remember. It's been a long time since there's been a life reset, and there's been a money reset since like 2015.
I'm gonna be really I don't know. Not many people gonna like my opinion, I guess, but I don't actually think it virtually changes anything, because people grind for 1 month or 3 weeks and then it's back as it was. It doesn't really change anything. Because let's be real, if you're DMing, okay, maybe if you do it constantly or something, but you don't really need 100 million for that. 8 is enough,
It's true.
Or 6, whatever.
That's true, but I still think the entire server has to get back to the mindset of grinding to get that cash. Obviously, Lotto's gonna screw that over the course of a couple weeks, but I just feel like people in CNR these days, they just don't know the feel to get on that grind, and obviously if there's a life reset, regardless of whether or not the market is terrible or cheap, expensive or cheap, you still gotta grind for that cash. You still gotta grind, and people don't know these days how to grind, especially since it's been such a long time since there's been a life reset. Plus, we've gone so long in the server right now, in the current lives, that people are starting to have more birthdays than they've had in real life. So, I really do think that we need a life reset for people to get back on that grind.
Maybe it's just life or like whatever, the reset would just like put more balance between the cities again, you know? Because people did like a lot of trades as well. Like, I feel like a lot of people traded less money for something else because they don't play it, and that's one thing as well that, like, you know, no one wants to play it. So I mean, because no one wants to play it, there's no people, and then there's no people, there's more no people and stuff like that. So maybe like if there was a reset actually, you know, then it would just maybe spread across maps more evenly.
Yeah, at least for a short amount of time it would force people to play, because, you know, you gotta make that cash as quickly as possible to get those houses that you want or regain what you lost before. I know I'd play a lot if there was a reset, at least for a bit. Las Venturas would be my last priority, obviously. Okay, so we have a report here from Mr. Mad. Hold on here. This is a great radio. I don't want to say his name, who he's reporting right now, but whatever you're saying, Mr. Mad, is very, it's very familiar. It's very familiar. Actually, the fact that he has a fucking deagle is very interesting.
Familiar?
Yeah, it's very familiar. In fact, yes. Yes. Hold on, Canning, you're not listening, but stay alive, bro. Stay alive. Yeah, there you go. This fucking dude, man, you know, this Typhoon dude, suck my ass, man. Suck my fucking ass. GG to Mr. Mad. I don't believe what you're saying about Lofi, but I'll give you some rep because you know, wait, hold on, what's your name?
Can you tell me, did ManUFogged get fucking his ass whipped already, or?
What did ManUFogged do?
He came on server, he say hi, he comes close to me, we used to be friends, I mean, not like friends, but I never had any problem with him or something. So he comes to me, okay. He comes on server, says hi, I say hi. I never had problems with him. I don't think he ever had problems with me. He comes close to me, waves at me, and chainsaws me for no reason. Then I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what's happening? Okay, one time is a joke, maybe. Then he sees me at City Hall, waves at me again. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know. I was like a little bit wary of him, but whatever. I'm not gonna complain him, like, because he chainsawed me once, you know. He says like, I'll give you money back, and I was like, whatever, you know. I went close to him, he chainsaws me the second time, and then I got really mad, and he found me again, and he chainsawed me, and Messed Up Smiley saw it, and he was like, did he have a reason? And I'm like, no, he actually did it like in space of 5 minutes now 3 times for no fucking reason. He just joined pretty much the game to chainsaw me. And I said, no, he didn't have a reason. So he hugged him twice. Mind you, I died 3 times, and the guy disconnected. And I'm like, what the fuck does it get even in people's head? Like, how can he go like from one day to, I don't know, he talks to me or jokes with me on server, and then he just comes and chainsaws? Like, what happened? Like, was he high? Was he drunk? Was he just got like insanely retarded in space of 1.5 months? Or like, what happened, man? I need some answers. So Messed Up Smiley said, well, yeah, I mean, he killed you 3 times, I hugged him twice, so next time I see him, he gets fucking ass.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he should have gotten disabled to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah, that, I don't know, you know, ManUFogged back in the day was, he was kind of a cocksucker, but I don't know, I don't know.
For some time, I don't think he was like super problematic player. I don't know, he talked with me, and as I remember it, I don't want to be mean, and I don't usually say those things unless I really get to it with people, because you never know how people mean it or whatever. But honestly, like, the dude was sucking up to me, and now he's fucking chainsawing me. Like, what?
I don't know. He's clearly got something against you, which I really have no idea. It
Yeah, I
makes
don't either.
no
Cause I
sense to
even
me.
ask him like, I ask him, bro, what is this about? And he's just like smiling. Like I'm like, I would even understand if it was one of those days, you know, when I played CNR more, and maybe I don't know, like I fucked him up like a few days ago, or I arrested him or whatever. But it was literally like one day when I played after like 2 or 3 weeks, you know, like
I don't know. He's clearly got some kind of testosterone imbalance. I don't know. I mean, Manny Rules, after a while, especially before we interviewed him, I thought that he was becoming more of a cool dude.
yeah, and that's
I'd be
it
irate.
too. Like we were like on an interview here together, and he seemed like a cool guy. I mean, like I wasn't mean to him or like I don't know. I just never really thought I did anything like, you know. Or if it was some like recent happenings on server, I don't know, he was fighting someone and I was a cop and I would come and arrest him, then maybe I would understand that he would hold a grudge against me or something. But I was like legit after, man, I don't even remember the last time I saw him in the game, you know? And then out of the blue, this happens. I'm like, what? And you know, like some people are just like, they show you a bit of love on the rough way or whatever, you know? People fart next to you or they'll
That is
flash
not
you
love
off.
to me.
And you die, and like one time you do it, okay, maybe it's funny, you know, and maybe you forget it. I'm not gonna complain someone that I know, like if he killed me once, unless it's complete like some cocksucker or unknowner or some player that I know does it like to almost everyone, you know. But like honestly, like if someone like Greens chainsawed me like once now, like I wouldn't complain him, you know, because we're like friends. So
Yeah.
I don't know, like what the fuck. I was really confused.
Yeah, I don't know. That is not love to me. That reminds me of the time that Chrono and Black Hawk used to fly planes into me, and they would make it seem like it's some ha XD type snits. And yeah, I didn't take that as a joke at all. So that's why Black Hawk got his ass disabled a few times, and then Chrono got his ass disabled for that as well, because that isn't love. That is not. If you come at me and destroy me for no reason, that is not love.
And
Hey, I touched your
especially,
chainsaw. Not
and
love.
especially like, because the first time he killed me, I didn't even get mad, you know. I just asked him like why, like, and if he can stop, you know. And when you have like, fuck you, I say. And when you have like someone like nicely asking you just to stop, you know, and you know they're not gonna complain you, and they just really nicely ask you to stop. I mean, you really have to be a fucking douchebag to just press on you. I don't know. That's how I feel like.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure if you'll ever get the answer.
I got pet admin. Hello.
How?
Oh.
How's you gonna pet admin?
XXXS gave it to me.
Oh yes,
Thank
success.
you.
He's
Yes,
got
he
that.
gave me pet admin.
He's got that script going.
Yeah, already. People are already making their own Halloween because they know that Crazy Bob will put it on Christmas earliest.
Yeah, Mr. Mad was
Gotta-
like, talk about Halloween.
Gotta make your own Halloween on this. See, I'm actually role playing a witch now. So. Oh, I'm bad most of it.
Yeah, Sigma 1 made a topic on the forum saying he's gonna host some manual events. So, for those guys that wanna be in Sigma 1's events, maybe I'll put in a Scener News or something, because he wants to start them. When's the 26th? I don't remember when the 20th. I don't even know what day it is. But yeah.
Did you see that Reddit post someone posted?
Reddit, no.
Fuck, I'll try to find it. Just keep talking in a minute.
Oh. Yes. Oh, I was holding the wrong mouse. But anyway, for the people saying, is there gonna be Halloween this year? No, Absolutely not. I highly doubt that there's gonna be Halloween this year. First of all, there wasn't Halloween last year. Right, there was no Halloween last year, right?
I sent you a picture.
Oh. Let me take a look at this snit here. Oh. This is Australia, not America. Fuck off with your Halloween shit, you little cunts. They don't celebrate it in
It's Australia for you.
Yeah. They do some other snit, but you know, there's no chance. I'm pretty sure there's no chance that we're gonna see any Halloween events this year. And if you expect that, then it's not happening. I had Code Shadow telling me or asking me because Abod posted on the forum saying there's gonna be no Halloween, and he PM'd me, Code Shadow PM'd me saying, "Is this true or a joke?" And I was like, "It's a joke, but there is gonna be no Halloween." All right, Crazy Bob is in some faraway place, like I always say. He's in Antigua. You know, he's in Antigua with his girl. You feel me? And as long as he is in Antigua with his girl, there's not going to be any major events. Halloween and Easter have been demoted as holidays. I think the only holiday that exists right now is Christmas. So,
Even that we'll have to wait for probably.
Yeah, we're not gonna see Christmas update till fucking December 31st or something for New Year's or whatever. It's too bad. You know, it's too bad. If you want to simulate Halloween, do what XXX said, and change your vehicle color to 222. 222. Yep, 222. That's what you gotta do. But yeah, it is unfortunate that
I changed it to 22 because I'm retarded. It's pretty nice colors. Pretty nice, looks big.
What a noob, you missed it too. What a
it's like inside of a...
Wait, what color is 22? Let's see. Let's take a look
like
here. Let's take a look here. What color is 22?
It looks like inside of Prolapse. You know, Prolapse.
Well, you know, I wouldn't know what that looked like. So, you know, obviously you've got some viewing history there.
Well, I studied medicine, you know. It's not a lot of shit.
Oh, that's right. See, you know, I could never be that. You know, it reminds me of the time when was middle school and they showed childbirth.
Oh, were you traumatized?
Yeah.
Honestly, it looks fucking gross, you know, because babies have that white thing on them. I don't know, it's like a protective layer, you know? But like in some videos that's pretty obvious, and on some videos it's not, you know? So people like that don't have to do much with the birth, like aka they just get very shocked when they see that. I feel like, I don't know. It's obviously like they don't think the baby's gonna come out kicked in 4-centimeter thick layer of makeup, you know, like their mother.
Exactly. Also, fuck you, I say. I am not gonna have to figure out how to put a chainsaw dildo object on you, alright? So kiss my ass. But yeah, I'm not gonna front. You know, when I watched that snit, almost blacked out. Almost blacked out. Yeah. And when it was time for lunch, after that, almost blacked out.
I still hear that to this day. Apparently, you black out at the side of a pussy. Even that's the rumor I'm living with.
Listen, all right. I almost blacked out at the sight of the childbirth. Okay, the childbirth. Okay, just the thoughts of a human being pushed out of another human, just, you know, doesn't sit well with my brain. So, you know, almost blacked out. That's how it be.
How many cops you think Evangelist can kill? Let's take a bet. Okay, don't comfort. I'm just observing him wrecking everyone.
Well, he's got He's got 2 kills in a row right now. Best driver just said Vinix, Slim the Shady, and Evangelist, the best cheater brotherhood in ZNR. How about that? Put some respect on that snit right now. It's funny because, well, fuck you, I say. That's the object I've most given to people. Oh no, absolutely not. Objects are pieces of snit. You gotta ask a fun end for that. See, the thing is that, like I said during Little Tank's interview, if Panda MD never got demoted, then she would have been my admin mentor and I would know how to do all this crap. But that's dead.
Fucking take responsibility, you little bitch.
Hey, listen, it's not my fault, alright?
How is it not your fault? It's literally your hands to learn it if you want to.
Okay, first of all, if we're gonna be technical, it's Crazy Bob's fault for demoting Panda, all right? And you did say, "Oh, it's in my hands to learn if I want to." Guess what? I don't. I don't give a damn. I don't give a snit about. I don't give a snit about objects. So you know, that's how it be. Once in a very blue moon. Is when somebody would actually get that. That's how it be. That's how it be. So you ain't getting no mad objects from me. You feel me? But
in other news,
what?
I don't know why I have to tell you this, but I have to tell you this. I don't know. I mean, it's just so bizarre who would come up with this. I don't even know if this belongs on the radio, but anyway.
Why not?
I go out today with a friend. For a coffee. Basically, he's Serbian. He has one girlfriend in Serbia and one girlfriend here in Slovenia who's also Serbian. Fucking player, I tell you. And then he complains that the girls are bitches. Whatever. So we went for a coffee because he's quite a nice guy. Of course he's a nice guy if he has 2 girls, right? So he was explaining me how they got fucking wasted on Monday. And he was drinking and they were smoking weed or something. And they were down at the river. Like, there's a river, like, in my city. So some of them comes up with an idea, because there's swans in the river, that maybe they could feed swans LSD and see how they react. So they bought a loaf of bread and mixed LSD into the bread, and they were feeding the swans.
God.
Should I end the context with this dude because they're fucking lunatics and psychos, or do you think this is not?
What, you have more? Is there more?
Oh, this is pretty much it.
Oh, well, you know, it's those were one of the reasons why the world is too overpopulated.
I mean, I'm not really sure if you have to be stoned, you know? Maybe they came up with this idea because they were high on weed already, you know? And he come up with crazy shit like that, because, like, I would never in a fucking world think of feeding LSD to fucking swans, you know? Like,
I'm telling you, this is why, you know, as Dave Chappelle said, the whites have to stick to weed, because, you know, feeding swans LSD, that is not good for the ecosystem, alright? That's awful for the ecosystem. They could die from that snit, possibly. Yeah, you know, that's not good. All of a sudden we'll have radioactive fucking swans in the fucking, you know, in the fucking park, you know? That's how diseases start.
In UK, this would be sorted really quickly, you know? Because I don't know if you know this, but swans in UK are property of the Queen. So if you kill a swan, you commit a grave offense, you know? So they would probably end up in jail, like beheaded or something.
I can't tell what's more ridiculous, these cocksuckers feeding LSD to a swan, or that the Queen owns them. I mean, what is this? This is fucking...
How does she own every single swan? Like, what if I imported a swan and he made it with some swan, and they are my fucking swans. How does she know they're hers? You know?
Well, you know, it's like being a naturalized citizen. When the swan emigrates from your country into England, and both swans have a baby, they are naturalized. That's America, actually. I don't know if that's actually correct. But let's just say they're naturalized in the country, and now they're property of the fucking Queen. Or basically, within the scope of the UK, the Swan is now owned by it. If they leave the UK, oh, guess what? They're no longer beholden to the UK. And that's how it be, I guess.
She can even, like, Queen Elizabeth can legally kill Trump, you know?
I mean,
Because if President Trump makes a state visit, she can kill him with a sword and nobody can touch her, apparently. Because according to English law, Trump is subject of a crown and can, if judged to be damaging to monarchy, she can dispatch him.
so you're telling me that all leaders in the world, when they set foot on the soil of the UK,
Yeah, she can dispatch them. She has the right to,
it's ridiculous.
if she deems them a threat to monarchy, which, let's be real, Trump is threat to everything. I just don't know why she didn't do the whole world a favor and just, you know, act on this permission she has.
Well, in this specific case, I agree. However, this is a big reason why the monarchy is a complete pile of ridiculousness and should be crushed immediately. I mean, what developed countries in this world still have a fucking monarchy? The UK and Spain.
Sweden?
What? Oh.
No, Sweden has they have a king and queen. They are not monarchy.
Hey. Okay, well, a king-queen system, alright? It's 2019. Get with the times, for fuck's sake, alright?
I mean, but holy shit, she's a badass, man. She's like 100 years old and she can do this. She's just like, oh, Trump, you're at my mercy. I'm just nice.
Oh, please. Please, she can barely hold up a fucking dagger, alright?
You didn't see that picture of her shooting from, I don't know, with M492 or something? What is that?
Is that a gun?
Huge.
Is an M4, is that a gun?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh.
She looks freaking badass.
I don't know, man. Was it like 30 years ago? That's the only way that...
Yeah, it looks like she was younger. You know that she was mechanic, no? In the Second World War or something, she was mechanic. She was fixing cars.
Everybody back then was doing something. What was she like? She was like 30 years old back then? Yeah.
No, most of Brits were drinking a cup of tea and chill or whatever.
No, they had to do something. They were an imminent threat by Germany. You feel me? Imminent threat. So they had to do something. Everybody had to do something. Everybody had to learn a trade. That's the fucking UK. Let's go back to your fucking friends and them feeding swans LSD. I mean, like I said,
what is there more to say?
This is how diseases start. All right, you know, like for example, there's a disease going around in southern Connecticut where, you know, during when it's hot, mosquitoes go around and they bite people, and within 3 days you're fucking dead, possibly. You know, that could have fucking caused from some dickhead that you know, fed some bird, you know, acid or something, or, you know, garbage, and the bird was stung by a mosquito, and then shit just chemicalizes together to create some deadly disease that's lethal to humans, and they sting humans, and you're dead in 3 days. I mean, this is why people have to stop fucking with animals, alright?
True, I agree. I mean, it's wrong however you look at it, but it's just... Yeah, my point was more like, how do people even come up with this shit? How does someone even think of that?
I don't know. It really makes me wonder. Like, why the fuck? This is how HIV started. Alright? Humans created HIV. That's the problem, you know. All people who ever got afflicted by HIV, there was some cocksucker in Africa that fucked a fucking chimp. And now... and now we have HIV. You know, I mean, seriously. And maybe something else, something else may have fucking caused autism or something, you know? I don't know. You know, it's just these kind of things.
Yeah, I know what causes autism.
What?
Found the root problem. CNR.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go with vaccination, but yeah, CNR does. CNR does.
I'm not anti-vaxxer. I think anti-vaxxers are fucking delusional.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It stems from, you know, feeding stuff to people, and you know, it turns into such a big disease. Like, I'm sure, you know, next couple of years, just like swine flu, we're gonna see some dickhead feeding something or screwing an animal, and then all of a sudden it transmits to a human, and now we're gonna see humans drop dead like fucking the apocalypse or the fucking bubonic plague or some shit. I tell you, keep on feeding LSD to them swans, cocksuckers. All right, soon enough.
I will tell my friend your opinion on it.
Sure, yeah. Soon enough, you're gonna have a kid. They're gonna have fucking 4 eyes. All right, that's what's gonna happen. Because keep fucking with animals, you know, and then some dumbass as dumb as you are is gonna, you know, not you. I meant you as in like, you know, a person, or dumb as him. Somebody as dumb as him is gonna do something to that same animal, you know, and then all of a sudden some gene will be carried. You know, they'll have a kid and they'll have 4 eyes, like I said, you know. So that's just how it'll be. That's just how it'll be. So, you know, all you guys out there, if you're gonna fuck something up, fuck yourselves up, alright? And people are fucked up.
Fuck you, Loki.
Owned. So that's how it be. That's how it be. Stick to your weed or something, you know? Oh, shit. There's like an ag money going on, or somebody else has to get banned. I mean, what is going on today, man? CNR is a cheater paradise even during the day. I mean, for fuck's sake, right? Hey, hold on. I just have to make sure, alright? Because I banned the guy for no reason the other last week.
You're supposed to admit that on live?
Yeah, I did. I admitted it on the CNR news. I did. I banned some guy who was a cheater.
For it?
No, I don't, because he cheated in 2018. So I don't really feel bad for him. Like, the reason why I banned him is because I confused him with another cheater. So if he didn't cheat before, I would never ban him. So I'm not really... I don't really... And plus, he's from some PH Internet Cafe. So...
You know what I read last time? Rashawn, this really made me sad about your state. And about your lack of care of life. So apparently there was a black dude who... Besides having a family and working a job or something, he graduated 5 different majors. 5 different ones. Okay? And he had family, I think it was like 34 years old or something. Like, a smart guy, obviously hardworking, you know, family and majoring in 5 different courses. You know what he died of?
What?
Drowning. The dude could learn fucking 5 majors. He can learn how to swim. Miracle!
Well, you know, that sucks. You know, it makes you wonder what mortality is. You know, that guy, probably one of the smartest dudes in the history of the States, and
Oh, but seriously, Rashawn, how can you call yourself developed first world country in 2019 when you don't have a program in your high schools or primary schools even to teach your pupils, students, kids, whatever, how to swim. I mean, that's fucking basic, like walking, like riding a bicycle, like, I don't know. I get triggered so much about this.
Well, Kish, I mean, and obviously, you're not going to get a proper answer out of me. Hold on here, there's a cocksucker doing stuff again.
I mean, like, because I talked about this with, like, I have a lot of friends, like, all over Europe, like, from Sweden, from Italy, from Austria, from Germany, from Spain. Every single freaking one of them countries has a program in their primary schools already to teach kids how to swim. America doesn't. What?
Well, you have a valid point, but I will not go so far to say that swimming is as basic as walking.
It's pretty basic.
Not a lot of people die from walking. What was your other example? You said walking and something else. I forgot what your other example was. You don't remember? I don't remember. But yeah. I really do think swimming is very similar to learning a language.
What?
It's
so simple. It's much more simple.
It's very easy to do as a kid.
Listen, if you're fat like me, you basically float on your own, so you don't have to do anything, because the fat floats on top of the water.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, Cash, I just gotta be honest here, I'm terrified, sorry, I'm just terrified, I just...
Terrified of what? Of the sand under you?
No, of the water that could, drown my lungs, that could drown my lungs, get inside my nostrils, my mouth, and get in my lungs and fuck me, I'm just absolutely terrified. I just don't want to go through that trauma, Why is it not a staple in America? I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like because America is so large, if you live inland, or very far inland, then where are you going to swim?
You know what's even more ironic? More ironic is that 90% of you or your, like, parents came over the fucking sea and they probably knew how to. I mean, they didn't kinda, because, like, yeah, a lot of people drowned as well, but you came over the fucking sea. You're in contact with sea. You need to know how to swim, you fuck.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how Europe's well, I mean Europe.
Shit, Rashawn. We have like 46 kilometers of sea coast, like seaside.
Yeah.
46. Tiny compared to USA, right? Like, it's a fucking... You could walk it in one day. And yet every single kid in this country knows how to swim.
Wow, really? I mean, when are they taught?
Like, in primary school, you have, like, at PE. So when you have lessons for PE, you have, like, the obligatory ones where they take you, like, out of school and you learn how to swim. You have instructors and everything. And you kind of have tests as well, like how fast you can swim 100 meters. I don't know what different techniques and shit. And then you have the same again at the end of the primary school. So you have it like when you're 8 years old, I think. Then you have it when you're like 14 years old, I think. And then once in high school, I think, as well, when you're like 16, 17, I think. But I don't think that the last one is like obligatory, but I think most people do it anyway. So yeah, like a lot of times through the process.
Yeah, we had swimming in PE middle school. I was probably, we were like, I don't know, 12.
Did you dodge, like...
But yeah, I bullsnitted it, I got in the water, but like... A few days I dodged it, but I pretty much bullsnitted it, like, you know how they say, try to lay out in the water, like, face first.
Like a dad man?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Flying turd.
I don't know what these terms are.
Swimming turd.
Something like that, yes. But what I would do is I'd put my upper body down and still have my feet on the ground. So, yeah.
Yeah, you see, that's the problem because we don't have tests, so you don't really need to do it or have to learn how to.
Exactly. See, just too scared. So, and just, I'm scared. That's how it be. Just how it be. Big scare. That's how it be. Yeah, I mean, you can say what you want, but I am scared.
That's your reason you're not swimming in pussy or something, because you don't know how to swim.
Yeah, I'm sure you tell a girl that you can swim, they'll
I
just
can
be
rescue you from
overflowing. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, if I ever drown.
All those dudes that are like rescuers, like, or whatever they're called, like lifeguards or whatever. Yeah, they pretty sure they don't have troubles finding girls. It's all down due to swimming, of course, and their skills.
Yeah, just like when I watched Stranger Things, that fucking dude was the lifeguard and all those old women were looking at him, obviously. Yeah. There you go, guys. If you want to swim pussy, all you gotta be is a fucking lifeguard. So find your nearest beach and show your skills. If you're like a Michael Phelps, you should be in the fucking Olympics anyway, but if you can save people, guess what? You'll be swimming in old woman pussy. Alright, that's gonna do it for the Punkery Show. The game week's about to end here in Las Venturas. Hopefully the market gets worse, because the city sucks. Very good show. We dived into why no one plays Los Santos and why nobody should play the other city. The Las Venturas. We also got into why people, or how HIV started. Because
we solved that riddle.
Yeah, and if you guys keep feeding the swans drugs, then we're gonna see a new STD which will be uncurable. But we already have that, so that's how it'll be. Or your baby 10 years from now will have 2 dicks, it's just how it'll be, So if you don't want that to happen, care for the environment, don't kill animals randomly, and don't have sex with them, because that is not what you're supposed to do.
And don't have hope for a Halloween update. It ain't gonna.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's gonna be no Halloween update. I highly doubt it. Crazy Bob is too busy. See, the thing is, guys, you guys are out here feeding LSD to fucking swans and fucking chimps. Well, guess what Crazy Bob's doing? Guess what Crazy Bob's doing? Antigua. He's in Antigua all the damn time. So, for Cash, this is Rashawn. We'll see you next time on the Punkery Show. The San Fierro Chase Showcase should be out in a couple of days. Maybe. See you next time.